What's that, you say? You need recommendations on the best games to play on Xbox Game Pass? Well, you're in luck. July has been packed with loads of games for all walks of gamers. So, here's 8 games you can play on the service right now. That's right, PowerWash Simulator. Let's face it, games are outlets for our most inner power fantasies. And maybe I'm just slipping in my old age, but as someone living in an apartment in a big old city, I feel that my life is robbed of the chance to rid my patio, sidewalk, lawnmower, and garden gnomes of Earth's filth. The game is simple, unadulterated, and to the point, and its simplicity lends to some incredibly relaxing and meditative sessions. Even better, it's multiplayer and cross-platform with PC. So you and 5 of your friends can cleanse the world of its filth as a team. This game has been a great way to just unwind from the day. Recently, I've just been booting it up with my partner and mostly just chatting about our days while monotonously cleaning lawn furniture or drawing obscene things on the roof. So yeah, it's great. But maybe you need something more than the simple act of cleaning the world. Maybe you already have a backyard and are cool enough to own a sweet power wash gun. Even more, maybe you just don't want to clean things. You want to smash down walls and install toilets and wire a house and furnish it and then sell it. If that's the simulator you're yearning for, then House Flipper is the game for you. Like PowerWash Simulator, there's something extremely relaxing about tearing a house apart to redo all its inner workings, paint the walls, and vacuum up cockroaches. Or maybe I'm just becoming an old person that likes mundane old person-like things. And maybe Xbox Game Pass is just trying to really hone in on that old person market. And well, in that case, they're doing it very, very well. Except that I'm not that old of a person. Yeah. Anyways, you can burst through walls with a sledgehammer, so that's sweet. Let's escape from these boring life simulators that I can't help but love. And I mean, let's literally escape. Escape Room Academy is exactly what it is. An academy filled with rooms to escape. Race against the clock to solve puzzles, uncover clues, and unravel riddles in order to escape room after room. And best of all, you don't have to do it alone. In fact, I'd highly recommend you do it with a friend if you can. Even better, it offers split-screen co-op, and while I think playing alone is absolutely totally fine, there's something truly frenetic about sitting right next to someone as you try to figure out the puzzles together. The game encourages you to have paper and pen available when you're playing, and I absolutely support that. Many of the puzzles I was solving involved me taking notes and decoding all sorts of things or having to memorize a long pattern. Playing co-op also allows one player to solve one puzzle that'll reveal the answer to another, making communication really rewarding and fluid. Let's change the pace to something a little more dramatic with As Dusk Falls. It's an interactive drama that throws you into the entangled lives of 2 families that crossed each other's paths under extremely unfortunate circumstances. What unravels is an epic that spans across 30 years, with each of your choices cascading into many, many different outcomes. It's honestly quite mind-boggling. One of the shining features of the game is its multiplayer, giving up to 8 players to be able to make decisions and form the story together. Even better, players don't need a controller. Instead, they just need to download a free app and then use that to vote on what happens next. Being able to sit with others and discuss moral dilemmas that can, at times, mean life or death is exhilarating as it is stressful. But thankfully, As Dusk Falls rewards players with a vast amount of possibilities and gives you a chance to glance over other routes you could have taken and where your decision lands with other players around the world. As Dusk Falls features some of the best mechanics in the genre and is bolstered by a unique and distinct art style, as well as some pretty convincing performances. It's a dramatic ride and one filled with plenty of surprises. If interactive dramas aren't your bag, but you still want a game where choices matter and involve more than quick-time events and decision-making, then Road 96 is certainly worth a shot. You step into the shoes of multiple teenage hitchhikers attempting to start a new life and run away from an authoritarian nation. You'll hail down drivers, take buses, or even steal cars to get to your destination, whatever it takes. The stops you take along your journey are procedurally generated. You'll explore them, find supplies, get money, and talk to its many, many characters. The game describes itself as an ever-evolving story-driven adventure inspired by Quentin Tarantino, the Coen brothers, and Bong Joon-ho. That is quite a lofty amount of very good inspirations to have. On your procedurally generated journey, you'll engage in moments of action, drama, and wacky encounters to add some levity to an intertwining story about escaping an authoritative world. Enough of the dramatic open road to the United States of America. Let's go to a fantastical sci-fi realm, a place in which you are born, falling from orbit, into a world of gods and the unbelievable, and Torment, Tides of Numenera. This is a single-player CRPG with a deep thematic story, all of which is underpinned with philosophical tones. If you're a fan of Pillars of Eternity, then you'll feel right at home with this game as they were both built using the same tech. Additionally, in good old CRPG fashion, it's filled with branching choices and narratives, driven by complex dialogue trees that make it ripe for replayability. Torment is from InXile Entertainment, the developers behind classics like The Bard's Tale, as well as the Wasteland series, which, by the way, are all on Game Pass. If you've played those games and you enjoyed them, then why not dip your toes into the cerebral sci-fi world of Torment, Tides of Numenera. Giddy up on your steel horse and burn some rubber in MotoGP 22. We've talked about washing gnomes, flipping houses, crime dramas, and escape rooms, but you best believe I wouldn't forget about you racing folks. This is an immersive and authentic racer featuring 120 riders and over 20 circuits to shred through. If you're a MotoGP fanatic, 22 lets you relive the iconic 2009 Grand Prix and step into the boots of racing legends and experience their races firsthand, but, in your living room with a controller instead. And you know what? Maybe racing isn't the only thing you care about. Maybe you want the realistic hands-on experience of managing a team. Well, you can do that too in MotoGP 22. Yakuza is back on Game Pass. That's right, after leaving a few months back, Yakuza 0, Kiwami, and Kiwami 2 have returned. So if you slept on them the first time, well, here's your second chance to boot up these melodramatic crime romps. If you're just hopping into this saga and don't know where to begin, I suggest jumping right into Yakuza 0, which is a prequel to the entire series. Or maybe I just have a bias because that was my first Yakuza and I absolutely love it. But if you're a traditionalist and want to play them in the way they were released, go with Kiwami, which is a remake of the original 2005 classic. The Yakuza series is an immaculate balance of serious crime drama and off-the-wall quirkiness. It's the type of story that'll have you gasping in shock and holding back tears one moment, and then burst out into laughter the next when you get sidetracked from its many, many goofy side missions. And that's that. July for Game Pass gave way to my power fantasy to PowerWash, while peppering in some serious drama with As Dusk Falls and Road 96. There really is something for everybody. Alright folks, let me know if you liked any of these picks in the comments, and as always, make sure to leave recommendations below for other Game Passers. Alright, till next time, see ya.